I understand that as a coach, you want to work with your ideal clients, and yet it feels almost impossible to draw them in without being salesy or manipulative. So if you want to find out how to make yourself irresistible to your ideal clients, including working with their limiting beliefs prior to coaching so that you can get those done, then you're in the right place. And I see some people have joined us. Welcome to everyone. So in order for someone to work with you, there are certain limiting beliefs that must be overcome. And it's like a staircase, and each stair leads them to the top. So once you learn how to structure your marketing and your content to help your ideal clients move up that stairway and overcome their limiting beliefs, then your marketing becomes transformational and effective. And we coaches love transformation. So this is just perfect for us. I have so much for you that I want to share with you today, and I really appreciate everyone who has come onto this live. Thank you so much for being here. If you want more information as we're completing this, you can always send me a message for a concierge consultation to find out what your stairway of overcoming limiting beliefs might be. And if I were your coach and I sat down with you for about 20 minutes, I could probably help you map out your content in a way that would help lead your ideal clients right to you and draw them in with a lot of ease. So if you want this, send me a private message and we'll get you on the schedule. I'll probably ask you a couple questions before we meet. So as you know, it's Karen. I'm so happy to be here with you today to talk about making your marketing irresistible in ways that you may not have thought about before. And you want to help your potential clients overcome their limiting beliefs. Make it so much easier for you in the enrollment conversations. And I'm going to ask you a few questions, and if any of them are a yes, just type yes in the chat, in our comments section. So, and while we're together for this training, I would really appreciate any likes or hearts if I say something that really resonates with you, or type in any insights that you have. This will help you become more engaged with the training and learn even better, and it will help us to get this out to more people. So if I could show you a way to share your content in ways that are like catnip to cats, I just love that phrase. Whether it's a blog post, a video, or a webinar, it doesn't really matter. Would that be of interest to you? So if that is of interest, type yes in the comments. Let me drill deeper. If I showed you exactly how to feel completely confident and sure that your marketing message is reaching your ideal clients, and stop throwing spaghetti at the wall, but instead being very strategic about it, would that be interesting to you? If it is, type yes. And if these are true for you, you're in the right place. And before I go into my lessons, there are 3 of them today. I do want to share a little bit about me and what makes me so passionate about this. So I want to say I started out in coaching entrepreneurs, because that's the background I came from. I was an entrepreneur. And very quickly, I had 8 paying clients in my very first month of coaching. That was so exciting for me. And then I think it was about 9 months later, I had my ACC. And in those days, it took 250 hours to get that. So I was going fast that first year. And one of the coaches came up to me at a conference later that year and said, if I bring you a group of coaches, will you help us do what you've done? And I didn't know how to coach a group, but I learned. And of course I said yes, because I really wanted to support others. And they grew their coaching businesses with ease and joy. And so I've been doing this ever since. I've been coaching coaches, and it has been amazing. And in that time, I've learned a lot about marketing. And it was really great because I could learn these techniques, and then I could also share them with my clients. But it wasn't until last year that I learned what I'm about to share with you today. And doing this with my own content has been a game changer for me. In fact, I looked at my numbers. Let me see. I actually made double my income this last month, March of 2019, than I made in March of 2018. So it's working. And that makes me really happy, because then I can pass this along to you and you'll know what works. So when you know how to create this content that draws in your perfect clients, it makes everything so much easier, and you can help them overcome their limiting beliefs even before they get into that enrollment conversation. So we're going to go into lesson 1, and I want to check the comments. Oh, hi, Maria, Mary, Michael, hello. There's some yeses, so it's resonating with people. Hi, Michelle and Jody and Pam, and oh my gosh, we've got so many people here. Okay, great. I'm so excited that you are with me. And thanks for those likes and hearts. I so appreciate that. All right, so lesson 1, to set the stage for helping people through their limiting beliefs, we first want to talk about a foundation for that. And the foundation, there's 2 foundational pieces. So I'm going to do 3 lessons today. I'm going to do the first one as a foundation, second one's a foundation, third one we're going to go into how to create your content, because you need these pieces to know how to do this. So the first one is, in order to attract your ideal clients, you have to know who your ideal clients are and the qualities that they have. And you have to have a really clear idea. Now, this sounds very elementary, I would say, but when you don't know who your ideal client is, your content may be directed toward the wrong people. And you may draw in clients that you hadn't intended to, that may not get their best results from you. And your confidence may take a little bit of a hit because of this. And we've all experienced this, by the way. I have too, where it wasn't a perfect fit, and my client didn't get the kind of results that other clients got when they were a perfect fit. So I want to be of service, and I want to make sure that I'm doing the right thing by my clients. So when you know your ideal client, then you can get inside their heads. You can be able to speak directly to them. These are the clients who will appreciate you, they'll get results, they'll do the work, and your confidence will soar because of who they are, and they're going to refer others to you. So these are the clients that are the perfect fit, and these are the ones we want. So be very clear on your ideal client. In order to do that, I want you to take a minute now and think about the qualities of the clients that you've worked with that have gotten the best results from you. And what are the criteria that you could put in that would almost guarantee good results from your work? So for example, I'll give you an example for me. My tagline is success with ease and joy. And those are my clients, the people who really want to have success with ease and joy. And that's because I came out of estate planning where I was working 60 to 70 hours a week. I was overworking. And so I wanted to work less, but have the similar or the same results. So this is when I say success with ease and joy, it's for people who are overworking to help them get to a pace that is proper for them. Now, if people want to work like 4 hours a week and have success with ease and joy, that client probably won't be a good one for me. Probably won't work well with me because it takes more than 4 hours a week, but it doesn't take 60 or 70. So I know that about my clients. So those are the clients I'm looking for, are those who are overworked but want to come to a reasonable amount of hours and have the same success. And I also realize that those who do the best with me are those who have come out of a corporate or company background, because that's where I came from. And they're used to working hard, and they're used to making a 6-figure income already. They've got that mindset. And so I can help them work less hours and make the same or more income with the ease and joy that they desire. And so who are your ideal clients? What has to be true about them for them to get great results from your coaching? And You could think about things like action takers, because action takers do get a lot of results from coaching. And if people are willing to take action, you could think about words like courageous. People who are courageous will be able to get out of their comfort zone. So these are the kind of words you want to use in your content, in your marketing, to draw those people in. Because the action takers, they'll know who they are. And here's another example. I had an amazing ideal client for me. She was a perfect fit, like a hand in glove. And she came from a corporate background and was working in the corporate arena. And we worked on her confidence to think bigger and bigger, because she was a big picture thinker. And when things got too small, they got boring for her. So we really helped her with that. We increased her confidence to work with higher clients that were higher in the companies, and bigger companies that she was working with, and bigger agreements. And every week she would come in and say, I can't write your testimonial yet because I got another client. So I don't know how many are actually going to be by the end of our coaching engagement. And value. So think about who that client or clients are for you, that they were just over the top. They were getting all these results. And then use those criteria and start speaking about those kind of qualities in your content. So this is the foundation. Know your ideal client who's going to get the best result for you, and put it out there in their marketing. Speak to them. Don't speak to everybody out there, but even have someone in mind, in the back of your mind, that you're talking to right then and there when you're doing anything. Like for this video, here I am. I did this in my Facebook group, which is called From Corporate to Coaching. People who want to make six figures. I know you are all my ideal clients. I mean, I know this. So now I can speak directly to you. So think about, who are you speaking directly to? So let's go on to our second lesson on how to be irresistible to your ideal clients and help them overcome their limiting beliefs. We're going to get there, but first of all, you've got to have that idea of the criteria of your ideal client that is going to get the most results out of working with you. And by the way, if what I say resonates with you, you can give me a like or give me a heart. And if you have any aha moments, you can type those right in the comments. And this is going to be really helpful to me, because Facebook starts sharing the content with more people, the more likes and hearts you get. And it's kind of interesting. I looked at the statistics of who wanted to join this class. And I want to say, if you're here, you're in the top of coaches that really want to serve, and you are going to get top results. I can tell you that. It looks like about a third of the coaches who saw the post even responded that they wanted this. And it kind of amazed me, because I thought this is so valuable, such valuable information. And yet, so you're in the top third or more of the coaches in this group who saw the post and responded. So thank you for that. You are amazing. I know this already. So let's go into our second lesson, and that's it's another foundational piece, and it's a little bit more towards the content. So in order to attract your ideal client, you want to focus your content on overcoming your client's objections. So this is another thing that I actually really didn't know this when I started coaching, and I don't like these words, overcoming objections. It sounds a little manipulative to me in a way, and yet we all have objections, and the objections come from our limiting beliefs. So when you think about the objections, if this is a perfect client, if this is your ideal client and they have objections, it comes from a limiting belief. And if you can help them through those objections and through those limiting beliefs and make it really safe for them to get into coaching with you, everything is possible for them. And if they don't get into coaching with you, hopefully they'll get into coaching with someone else, or they'll get some help. But so many times I've seen, like 6 months later, clients who did not say yes to me, and they're even further behind. in what they're doing. So your clients, your ideal clients really need you. And if you can help them overcome those limiting beliefs, which come in the form of objections, then you can help them into coaching. So when you don't overcome objections in your marketing material, then your clients bring them up in the enrollment conversation. So that's a lot further down the path. And the end of the enrollment conversation can be very awkward when you've been listening, you've been questioning, you're building rapport, you've given them your all, you can really see yourself working with them. And then your client says, I don't have time, or I don't have money, or the dreaded, I'm not ready. These are objections. Now, they may be true. They absolutely may be true. And so you want to ask more questions and find out about this. But if you put all of this into your marketing material ahead of time, then your client comes into the enrollment conversation with all of the information they need. They know what they need to do. You don't have to persuade them. And the conversation, instead of hearing things like, I don't have the money or the time, or I'm not ready, they're going to say, is this a fit for me? Can you help me? I know your program has helped others. I've seen your testimonials, but can you help me? Are you the right coach for me? And that is a much better question to answer in an enrollment conversation than the other objections that come up. So they're pre-sold. When your content overcomes objections, then the people who get into your enrollment conversations are your ideal clients, and you can really trust that. And it saves so much time and so much heartache. And then you decide, are you a fit? And I remember when I hired my coach last year, there was a lot of marketing materials out there, and then he messaged me and he sent me some video testimonials to watch and said, would you like to have a talk? Well, by the time I got on the phone, he jokes and he says, I couldn't have talked you out of working with me because I was ready. After looking at all this and doing my research, and he did all this with me, then I was ready to coach. And I'm happy to say that I've worked with him for 10 months, maybe 9 or 8 months. And my income is just going up. My ability to work with my super ideal clients is soaring. So this is just a great way of doing that and helping your clients to say yes to you, that your ideal clients, the ones that are the right fit, the ones that you can get results for. And the other thing it will do is it will repel your clients who are not ideal. People who don't want to do the work, if you start talking about doing the work, they're gonna think, well, I don't want to do this. Or maybe you could overcome that objection through your marketing materials. Or people who aren't ready. By the time they look at your marketing materials, they can see if they're ready or not. So in order to overcome those objections, you want to create training videos, webinars, speaking that go over the answers to the objections before they even come up. So here's an example. You can do a webinar on the value and return on investment for coaching and show statistics of the financial value. There are lots. The ICF website has a lot of research there, a research portal. There are lots of quotes out there about the crazy, amazing return on investment that people get for coaching. And then you can help you overcome any financial objections, because people will go, oh, well, if I spend $1,000, the chances of me getting $5,000 to $10,000 are high. Okay, that makes sense to me. Or you could do a training video and you could address the fact that if people have no time for coaching, that person might be the very person who needs it the most, because coaching really helps people find more time in their day. So maybe a webinar on how to find more time in your day, and really talking about this is possible, especially if you think you can't. Or you could do a blog post about the cliff divers in Hawaii. So you may have heard the story. This is about if people think they're not ready. You may have heard the story of the cliff divers in Hawaii, and they dive off these really high cliffs to find the pearls in the water below. And when they're at the top of the cliff, they have to dive when the tide is out in order so that by the time they get to the bottom, the tide comes back in, and that's safe. But if they dive when the tide is, if they start diving when the tide is in, by the time they get to the bottom, the tide is out. So if people feel they're not ready, they may not be ready, and that's okay. But they also, that might be a limiting belief that they're not ready, especially if they come and they're watching all your stuff and they come to talk to you. If you talk about the cliff divers and if you talk about readiness and how you might not feel ready, but you may actually be ready in your marketing materials, that will help those people think about, well, maybe I am ready. Maybe I can do this. So you want to overcome people's objections before they even speak with you, because these are limiting beliefs. And we're going to go on to our third lesson, which is the pièce de résistance, I guess they say. Before that, let me just check and see if anybody has any questions or comments. Anthony, thank you so much. Getting the right clients is key. Yes. Jody, I like working with clients who are in the preparation stage. Perfect. Maria, having clear ideas, a foundation. Thank you. Anthony, the belief that you will have the success. Oh, thank you so much for the hearts and the likes. Marketing should be strong enough to repel the unsuitable clients. It saves everybody time. So true, because, I personally cannot walk on stiletto heels. I mean, seriously, they look beautiful. I would love to have a pair, but I can't do it because I could stand, possibly. So I know that even though they look great, they're not a good fit for me. So I look for shoes with lower heels that actually have a lot of style to them. And you'd be surprised as to how there aren't more of those out there, but I'm on the lookout for those. And when I find one and they fit, it's a perfect fit. And I so enjoy wearing those shoes. And every time I do, I get compliments on those shoes because they are a perfect fit. So this is what you want to do. You want to find your clients that are a perfect fit. Okay, so let's go into exactly what this looks like in terms of your clients' limiting beliefs. You want to drip your content out in a strategic fashion that helps overcome those limiting beliefs one by one. And I call this the staircase of beliefs. You want each piece of content to lead to the next, and just trust that wherever somebody comes in to find you and talk to you, that they're going to find the right content. So whether this is on Facebook Live or YouTube videos or a blog or a webinar, or your iTunes channel, or podcast, wherever it is, you just want to think about the content in a certain way. So you want to start with the end in mind and really get inside your clients' heads. What are they thinking? One good question I heard years ago was, what are they complaining about to their best friend at lunch? Like, what is really happening? And the last belief you want your ideal client to have is they want to coach with you. So that's the end in mind. So you want them to get to where they want to coach with you. Where are they starting? So you want to write down all the limiting beliefs that your client could have about your offer. All of those things think about the first one, and then go through how you would address each one of them and put them in a sequence. So one comes after the other. So each one of those limiting beliefs, how will you address it in your content? And something I heard a long time ago, and my own coach has reinforced with me, is that people think in terms of 3 things. Okay, so you want to go, here's 3 lessons or 3 myths or 3 whatevers to help people grasp concepts easier. So think of some of those limiting beliefs, and I'll give you, if you have any limiting beliefs that your clients have, go ahead and type those in the chat, in the comments. Like, here are some. Like, some of my clients, they're too busy to coach. So you want to show the benefits of coaching, because if the benefits are more than their feeling of busyness, it will help them move past a limiting belief into possibility. If someone says, will this work for me? That's another limiting belief, like, I don't believe it. Then you can do a piece of content on, People like regular people who your processes work for. Share some of your clients who have gone from just, being like not a superstar, but a normal coach or a normal person, and they've gotten great results. Think about those people. If people think they're not sure if they can afford coaching, do a piece of content on return on investment and show the amazing return on investment that coaching gives. And then there's another question, like, how do I know this program is going to work for me? Like, how do I really know? You could do a content on the criteria of the people that this will work for. Like, you love to be in action. You're very creative. Just adding all these criteria in to your content. Like, how do you know that a coaching program will work for you? Here are 3 things you need to know. So those are some of them. If people say, I'm not ready, you could actually do a piece of content on how do you know when you're ready to move to the next level. So when you have this type of content out there that is actually addressing those limiting beliefs in people's minds, they're going to be drawn to listening first of all because they know they have these beliefs and they may need to overcome them. Especially your ideal clients, they'll want to overcome them, and it makes it so much easier for you. So let me check the comments here and find out. Objections come from limiting beliefs. Yeah, that's a good one. All about the perfect fit. So any limiting beliefs that anybody wants to share that you have seen with your clients, and you can just type those in. And I'm going to go on with an example, and then I'll look at those in a few minutes. So I've got a coach training program for leaders in corporations or business leaders and that's my ideal client. And I want them to believe that this program is like the best training program for them. And it's called Leverage for Leaders. And it's a 6-month coach training program that trains leaders with coaching skills. So they can either become better leaders where they are, or they can even add to their income by creating a coaching business. So either one, but these leaders are usually very, very stressed. They have a lot on their plates, there's a lot of pressure, and they're heading toward burnout. Those are the people that really could use this coach training. So I create content that meets them where they're at. So here's an example. Let me see. They believe I don't have time for a training as I'm headed for burnout and I can't stop. So they cannot see the possibilities from where they are. It looks like, they have to keep going and they can't stop for this training. So the first video that I would put out is 3 reasons why leaders burn out and how to prevent this from occurring. So if they're on that hamster wheel, if they're going, and they see this video, they go, maybe I want to check this out because I'm headed there and I want to prevent it. So that's the first video. And in the training, I will share that one of the reasons they're burnt out is because of not having the right communication skills. So if they had better communication skills and communicated clearer, that they would be less apt to burn out. So their new belief after going to the training is, if I can just become a better communicator, then I'll be energized and supported. So now this puts the question in their mind, how do I become a better communicator? So that the next limiting belief, it might be, I don't really know how to become a better communicator, but I know it's important. So then the next video is 3 ways for leaders to become better communicators. It follows from the first. Now I'm answering them with the next video. And the message is, you can become a better communicator, and not only that, not only better, but there's a way to take your communication to a whole nother level and become much more powerful than you ever even imagined. Okay, so now they're thinking, wow, I would love to be that powerful lead communicator, but I know I'm not there yet. I'm not powerful enough, but I can see it as a possibility. I want to be more powerful in my communication. So their belief is they want to be more powerful. And then the next video, the next training is 3 coaching tools that will improve your ability to communicate with power. So you see how we're really getting into what our clients want. We're following them along on their thought process. And so the message in that is what will improve their communication, to their ability to communicate with power? Coaching tools and skills. Those will make them a more powerful communicator. So this is this is video number 3, training number 3, and I haven't talked too much about coaching yet, but now I'm going to introduce coaching. And once they hear this video, they're going to go, wow, coaching skills could really help me. So I need to acquire coaching skills. So their limiting belief is, I don't have enough coaching skills to communicate in the way I want to. That's great, because the next video training is 3 ways for leaders to acquire more coaching skills. So we're going right in with their thoughts. And in this video, the message is, there are many ways to acquire coaching skills, and the way to be most proficient in coaching is to get certified. And I think most of the certified coaches here on this call would agree with me that really it is about getting certified. So you can read a book, you can take a short course, you can do self-study, but the best way to learn coaching is to become certified. So now the leader says, well, I do want to learn coaching skills the best way, the right way. So how do I do that? Like, now they're starting to believe in the possibility. Oh my gosh, I really do want to learn these. So what's my next step? The next video is 3 mistakes most leaders make when learning coaching. So now we're going to go over the right way of coaching and quote unquote the wrong way of coaching, and that they need to do coaching according to standards. And so when they hear this, the leaders, they're going to go, yes, I understand. I really do need to learn coaching according to the standards. And their limiting belief is, I'm not sure how to do that. And so now, but I do want to add coaching skills to my toolkit. So then the next video is 3 myths about adding coaching to your leadership toolkit. So we're moving into possibility. We're moving them past those really deep limiting beliefs into questions about, how do I do this? And in that video, training video, we can talk about, it doesn't have to take long to learn those skills, and it can be easier than you think. So they do get it. They're like, okay, it can be easier than I think, but will this training really work for me? Like with my set of skills already? Like maybe I'm not communicating, maybe I'm not quite at the point where I can take this training. Maybe I don't know enough. So then we're going to do, the next one is 3 ways to know if coaching will improve your leadership skills. And we're going to put some criteria out there, and we're probably going to say something like, if you're a leader that really wants to inspire others, coaching is going to work for you. So then people look at the criteria. That's just one, but we'll put some more in there. And the leaders will say, yeah, I am that person. I really do want coaching to work, want to inspire others. So now that I know that I do want to learn coaching skills and it's a perfect fit for me, now my question is, how do I find the right program? So, excuse me. So now they're in a place of wanting to find the right program. That's their question. So their limiting belief is really starting to dissipate. And so we can say, the next one is 3 things for leaders to look for in great coaching programs. And so we can talk about the things that they can look for. Here's what to look for. And we can also introduce our program, Leverage for Leaders, and show how Leverage for Leaders has all of those criteria of what to look for in a coaching program. And then their new belief is, I need to sign up for Leverage for Leaders. So we take them all the way from that, I'm too busy and burnt out, headed toward burnout, and I don't really know how I'm going to do this, to I need to sign up for Leverage for Leaders. So I just love the elegance of this, strategically placing the content. And then, we all like to binge watch. So once, drip out the videos, maybe, 1 or 2 a week for 8 to 16 weeks. And then at the end, at the end of those, you can put those all together. I think that you can make a group in Facebook, or you could upload them to YouTube and make a little group of videos. And so I could call this group of videos the leadership series / coaching. And then I could put those all together, and people who were really interested could binge watch all of those videos, one after the other. And if not, they can consume them where they're at. Just trust that wherever they come in, this will work. So each piece of content is a step on the stairway leading them to the top to working with you. So know your ideal clients, know their objections and their limiting beliefs, and you can create marketing content that is like catnip to cats. And they'll be pre-sold before they even talk to you. Your enrollment process and conversations will be so much easier for you, so much more effective. You'll be free to coach more of your ideal clients, and they're going to get fabulous results, glowing testimonials, and this is going to attract even more of your ideal clients. So you can spend the day with your ideal clients once you have these pieces in place. And if you want a short report with the examples laid out for you, I promise that to you if you came live. Just put in the comments, I want the report, and we'll get that to you. We're just putting the finishing touches on it, so we'll get that to you early next week probably. And if you want to create your own stairway of beliefs, I'm going to offer the first 5 coaches who want to meet with me for about 20 minutes to send me a direct message. And we'll go through, I'll ask you some questions, and we'll figure out what your own staircase of beliefs is. And we'll just kind of map out that outline. It's called a concierge consultation. And why do we call it that? Well, if you've ever been to a hotel where there's a concierge there, which is most high-end hotels, they tell you about all the places and things that you can do while you're there. And you know why they're so helpful is because it's an unknown destination. And they know the area. They know which restaurants to go. If you tell them your preferences, they know where to send you. And they also can book these things for you. It saves you a tremendous amount of time. And when you go to a concierge and then you tell that person, well, here's what I feel like. And they say, well, I've got these options for you. Here's what I recommend. And our concierge consultation here is the same thing. I can help you get clarity. I can help you get out of some of the overwhelm you might be feeling towards your marketing. Stop throwing that spaghetti against the wall. Get very strategic about this so that you can draw in your ideal clients to work with you. So just send me a message. If you're one of the first 5, we'll get back with you. I'll get back with you and we'll set something up for that 20-minute conversation. I want to check and see if there are any questions before we complete. So let me see if there are any questions. Okay, so here are some limiting beliefs about I know about business, I'm not good at something, feeling they're not enough, I need to return virtually the first day. Yes, that is a limiting belief. Johannan, looking forward to taking the Leverage for Leaders training. Yes, Johannan, that's going to be a lot of fun. Drip feeding is great. Jody's looking into getting her MCC. Jody, contact me. I can help you with that. Mary, want the report. Here are people who want the report. Thank you so much for that. So I want to close right now and just say to you, I really, really appreciate you. Here you are taking your time out to learn things, to bring people into coaching in order to help them. And I know you're so committed to this, to helping make a change in the world, helping empower people to get toward their goals. And I so appreciate it. some people don't even see what we do as coaches and how this is part of our self-development, having the courage to put ourselves out there, kind of getting over ourselves to draw people in to helping them get toward their dreams. So thank you from the bottom of my heart for being part of the coaching world, for being my colleagues in coaching, and for learning all of this. And I really want to be able to support you even more in the future. So if there's anything else you want to learn about, please let me know. And for now, wishing you lots of success with ease and joy. Bye-bye, everyone.